Hey guys, more of my favorite thing, LED light bars. Now this one's a little different though. Normally I stick with Cree LEDs. That's what I'm most familiar with. They're high quality. I'm really happy with them. So normally I won't even buy a light bar unless it's got Cree LEDs in it. But I found this on Amazon. This is an AUXBEAM light bar, and it uses 5-watt Philips LEDs. Well, Philips is a big name, so I figured they're probably pretty good. So I decided to give it a try. It's also a spot beam light bar, and it has special fisheye lenses to give you a really good focused spot beam and shoot that beam a long ways. So this should be a really nice light bar. It looks really good quality, heavy duty. Looks really well made. Comes with stainless steel brackets for mounting, stainless steel hardware. Looks like a pretty solid little unit. Can't wait to try it out. Alright, let's take a closer look. Now this is a 13.5 inch long light bar. Like I said before, it looks really well made. It looks like a high quality light bar. I haven't got a chance to try it out yet, but first impressions are really good. Pretty slim. Got your cooling fins on the bottom. Now I kind of like that, because if I go to mount this on my RZR or on my four-wheeler, normally all your mud's going to land in there and it's going to clog up those fins and your light bar is going to overheat. With this one, the mud can land right on top, pile up there all at once, and the cooling fins will still be down here on the bottom, still able to cool your light bar. I definitely like that. Comes with stainless steel brackets, got 3 different height adjustments for how high you want to mount it. Alright, when it gets dark, we're going to have to take a ride and see how this thing looks going down the road. Now I'm going to be using my RZR with this 12-inch light bar on the front for comparison. It also has LED headlights, high and low beam, so it's pretty bright to begin with. Alright, it's dark out. Let's check this bad boy out. And like I said, this is a spot beam. You notice that is a very nice focused round spot beam. That never shows up very good on camera, especially with a spot beam light bar, because spot beam light bars don't put out as much ambient lighting, so they don't light up the whole area like a floodlight does. But you can see how bright that spot beam is. Put it up in the top of the tree there. Probably about 60-80 yards from the top of that tree, and that just lights it right up perfectly with a nice big round spot beam. It's pretty powerful for a little 13.5 inch light bar. Now if you're like me, you're wondering how in the heck do you get a nice round spot beam from a straight flat light bar? Well, here's a picture I took with just the right amount of fog, and you can actually see the beam from each one of those 12 LEDs. And you can see how those special fisheye lenses actually angle the beam at just the right angle to make a nice round spot beam. It's pretty cool. Alright, before we go for a ride, I'll show you a quick comparison between the stock LED headlights on the RZR and this AUXBEAM spot light bar. Now there's the LED low beams and the high beams, and there's the spot beam light bar. And just the light bar. Like I said, it's a spot bar, so it's not designed to light up your entire field. It's designed to give you a really bright, really focused spot beam and shoot that a long ways. And it does a good job at that. You can see how bright that is compared to my other headlights. And here is the 12-inch Cree light bar. Now keep in mind that Cree light bar has twice as many LEDs as this AUXBEAM light bar does. Alright, here we are going down the road with the low beams on and toggling the spot beam on and off. You can see how bright that spot beam is even over top of the LED headlights. And there's just the spot beam. Pretty bright. Alright, now this is where that spot beam really shines, so to speak. Now there's the factory LED low beams. There's the high beams, and there is the spot light bar, and just the spot light bar. Now you notice that lights up the road at least a good 100 yards out, which is more than I can do with my high beams or low beams on the RZR. So that's pretty impressive, and that's just a little 13.5 inch 12 LED light bar. And a quick trip through the bridge just for fun with only the spot light bar on. Now, to give you a better example of just how powerful and how focused this spot beam is, we'll go ahead and use the neighbor's barn. Now there's the headlights on the Razor, and there's the spot beam, and there is just a spot beam. It's pretty impressive. The only thing I can think of that'd be better would be 2 of these on the front of a truck. In fact, I might have to go ahead and order another one of these, put them on my truck.